Two guys walk into a bar. The first guy puts across his credit card and his driver's license and opens the tab the old-fashioned way. He buys a couple rounds with his mates, and after a couple hours, he's ready to go. But the venue is really busy now. He waits 10 minutes in line, gets frustrated, and leaves. Realizes after the fact that he doesn't have a receipt and he can't charge back to his corporate account. The venue also loses, because since September, it requires a PIN and chip to run a credit card, where before you used to be able to run it after the fact without their signature. More importantly, the venue doesn't know the consumer nor their preferences. The second guy walks into the bar. He creates a digital tab using the Clip app. He shares it with his friends on their mobile phones, and as he orders, he gets automatic updates to his phone. When he's done and ready to check out, he closes the tab on his mobile phone, leaves a tip, and walks out like he owns the place. An email or a receipt is automatically emailed to him. The venue also wins. We prevent fraud. Every time a consumer walks up to the till to buy something, they can see his photo or her photo on the screen and confirms that that's the right person. We also pre-authorize all charges and all tabs, and they're guaranteed payments. But most importantly, the venue gets to know the consumer and build that loyalty. Clip is all about solving issues, both for the consumer and the venues. So how is it going? We've actually hit a tipping point with venues. And actually about 30% of our venues are actually inbound calls versus us going out to them. The consumer side is also growing week over week. But the key question is, are they spending? The most important metric we look at is total tab spend. And that's actually hit $50,000 per week just in the last few weeks. Average tab spend has gone from $42 6 months ago to $73 and continues to climb. So what about the economics of the business? So no pun intended, but we take a clip of the transaction, about 2%. But it's a huge market. In Australia alone, the hospitality business is $38 billion. In pubs and bars, it's $17 billion. In comparison, taxis are $5 billion. So this is really interesting and a great business. But one more thing. The brands love it. And so the core of this is actually not about mobile transactions. The heart of it is a marketing platform. We know what venues that consumer goes to, what he buys on a Friday night, and we can serve and offer the instant he opens a tab and makes a purchase decision. We also can track kind of what that second drink and that third and fourth drink are that night, as well as how that campaign influences behavior over the next week and few months. So this is interesting, but who's going to win? There are a lot of players in this space because there's a lot of money and a poor experience. And so this actually isn't about an app. An app's the easy part. It's actually deep integration into the POS systems. We've integrated with 11 of the 15 POS systems in Australia, which is about 70%. But the way this is going to be won is actually by scale, adding venues. We recently just signed a deal with the largest pub group in Australia, ALH, and we'll have 700 venues by the end of the year. We've got a great team. I've come on board just in the last couple of months. I've personally invested in the business, but joined my two co-founders, Greg and Stu, who have successfully exited previous businesses and have been working on this for 2 years. Let's talk about exits. There are a lot of interesting kind of places we could go, whether it's working with the alcohol brands, the ad agencies, or even the banks. So what do I want to get from you today? Well, we're passionate about Clip, but we want you to try it. And so download the Clip app, use promo code TECH23, in the next tab, if you $50 tab, you get $20 off. We actually have one of our greatest venues, actually just literally 110 meters down the road. And they've got a craft brew festival on literally this afternoon at the Royal Albert Hotel. Thanks.